Hello everyone, Grandmaster Danny Passmore here again with my book Martial Arts to take another chapter out of it to give you the highlights that you'll find in the book. And the one I'm going to talk about today is insecurity. All right. Now, just like jealousy and possessiveness that we talked about before, insecurity is a normal emotion. Everyone gets insecure about something now and then. The problem with these emotions is if it's used to con someone else, then it's just being misused. And that's what we're talking about today. I'm going to refer to the book so I can stay on task with this. So pardon me for looking down and reading a bit. But I want to stay true to my notes here. I don't go chasing rabbits. I've seen, being in martial arts my whole life, I've seen a lot of insecurity, and I've done it myself. I'm talking about guys that they brag about what great fighters they are. Now listen, I've known some real champions. Okay, Troy Dorsey, Alan Steen, Skipper Mullins, Pat Burleson, Guy Mesger, a lot of real talented martial arts champions. These guys don't go around bragging. They don't need to. They know where their standing is, and their friends do the bragging for them. So another thing that I've seen is instructors who have their students lie about their age or their belt level in order to win trophies in tournaments. I think that sets a bad precedent. It's not being a good role model, and it's teaching the wrong values. But those are just some of the things. Not everybody's like that. Most instructors are really good at teaching honor and respect and discipline, and the camaraderie and the feeling good about yourself. If you never got into a fight your entire life, your training won't have been wasted. It's good to have it though if you need it. And it's a good way to stay in shape. All right. Tell you my own story of insecurity. I'm little. I'm not so little now, but when I was in junior high school, I was very insecure about my height, about being so short. So I bought a pair of lifts to go in the heels of my shoes to make me like an inch taller. And I felt so good about myself. But people in my family made fun of me and teased me about it, except for one. One person in my family told me, you don't have to be tall to be a big person. That meant a great deal to me, and I carried that with me throughout life and used that in my teaching with others who are experiencing insecurity because of their height. And I was always grateful for learning that. Okay, some examples of things people may say when they're insecure. All right. It's like, this is a good example because this really happened. You go on a date with a guy and he buys you dinner and he expects you to put out, and you say no. Well, after that's over, he may call you later, and here's his insecure thing. He starts going on about his sad story about his loneliness. All right. Don't buy into that. When he does that, tell him to buy a dog. All right? Okay, so things people can say is, I'm no good without you, or I'll kill myself if you leave me, or can escalate into, if I can't have you, nobody will. All right? And then the other side of that coin is when they put the insecurity onto the victim. Nobody likes you. You're fat. I'm the only one that cares about you. I've defended you. All your friends make fun of you. Right? You'd be nothing without me. Those are acts of insecurity as a con game. Right now, let's talk about ourselves though. If you recognize an insecurity within yourself, one thing good to do is journal about it. Start just writing out, let it flow on why you feel a certain way. Like, say, well, let's use the height. Let's say you're uncomfortable a little bit about the way you look. Well, so start writing out what makes you uncomfortable about that, and how does it affect your emotions? Does it affect your self-esteem, your relationships with people, your job performance? Write those things out, and then talk to someone about it, a counselor, a friend, but somebody that's going to actually listen to you and not just put it back on you like, oh, grow up, or just deal with it, or everybody goes through that. But someone who will listen to you and let you talk it out and work through it with you. And trained professionals are the best at that because they've been taught how to help us overcome insecurities like that. All right. Um, I think that pretty much hits the highlights of that topic because it's not a very long one. It's just recognizing our worries over money or fear of failure or fear of success. Um, being too fat, being too skinny, being too tall, being too short. Dealing with insecurity now will make it a lot easier to help you deal with a potentially abusive relationship. Hopefully, you never get into something like that. But if you do, now you know. All right, that covers insecurity. Now, I'm not good at the podcasting stuff, so I'm working on how to get these in order. But the next one's going to be on intimidation. So I hope you'll check it out. Thanks for listening. Tell somebody about this, and God bless.